Empowering, inspiring, entertaining. Gospel Live 365 Radio. Your station pointing souls to Christ. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This is GL365 Radio. The station for the people. Broadcasting live across the globe on TuneIn Radio and at www.gospellive365.com.
Father, we praise you. In the name of Jesus, we give you glory. You who sits in the heavens and rule in the affairs of men. Your eyes go to and fro the earth, beholding evil and good. We give you thanks for this day, Jesus. Today I thank God for his goodness and that his mercy endureth forever. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. He whom hath redeemed us from the curse of the law and from the end of the enemy. Today upon the authority and the shed blood of Jesus Christ and the word of God which is settled in heaven, which is his throne, I decree and declare every weapon fashioned against us can never prosper. I decree and declare that I shall not fear though an awesome camp against me. My confidence is in God alone. I decree and declare that every plans of the enemy against my life has been aborted in the name of Jesus. That the enemy of my soul is defeated and confused. Now we send back distress, depression, oppression, sickness, diseases, poverty, lack, suicide, envy, jealousy, malice and strife, and every diabolical assignment of the enemy. We send them back to the enemy in the name of Jesus. We decree and declare that the God of war, Jehovah Sabaoth, the Almighty God, everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace, will rise upon our behalf and take full control of his people. Father, in the name of Jesus, we ask this day, we petition your throne. Go into your arsenal and pull out your weapons of mass destruction. Divide and plunder, destroy the enemy. Leave no way of escape for them. And those who despise the counsel of the Most High God, shut down their towers, expose their hiding places, reveal their strategies to your people. Creep upon them suddenly, O God, with your right hand of righteousness, and free the souls of your people from their torment. Like a mighty army, we join together, O God, and in the name of Jesus, we rejoice in you. We exalt and extol you, who uses the cloud as your chariot. We praise you, God, because thou art the Lord, the Most High above all the earth. We now thank you, Father, for your goodness and your mercy. Endure it forever. Be thou exalted. Be thou exalted. Be thou magnified, Jesus. Take joy, my King, as we praise you, as the army of the earth. We praise you, Jesus, as citizens of your kingdom. We exalt you because the victory is ours and the glory belongs to you. Ride on, King Jesus. Ride on. We thank you. Victory is ours.
That's right. Victory is ours, man. Victory is ours.
Uninterrupted.
And we are just about to begin our evening's program right here on Reggae Uninterrupted. It's Delroy. Coming to you live out of our Central Katy studios in Houston, Texas. And I'm telling you, man, I'm looking forward to talking to my brother from another mother. The Right Honorable Dr. Delroy Lingo is going to join us momentarily.
Allegiance to the Lamb. With what? With all my strength. With what? With all my heart. What's he gonna do? Sing to and learn God's command. Yes, I pledge allegiance to the Lamb. Whoa, oh, tell them again. With all my heart. What's he gonna do? Sing to Outside no sweet, outside I get the bitter. Outside no bright, outside I get darker. Every day we look, we see things getting worse. And even this strong man, yes, getting weaker. In all you're doing, don't leave out prayer. One of these days, my father, hold on for your faith and please don't trip out. Yes, ready. With all my strength, with all my heart, sing to unknown God's woman. Yes, I pledge allegiance to the land. Whoa, Christian, outside no sweet, outside I get the bitter. Outside no bright, outside I get darker. Every day we look, we see things getting worse. And even this strong man, yes, getting weaker. In all you're doing, don't leave out prayer. One of these days, I got him, I go answer. Hold on for your faith and please don't trip out. Yes, I pledge allegiance to the Lamb. With all my strength, with all my heart, sing to unknown God's woman. Yes, I pledge allegiance to.
Oh, Jesus. I'm telling you, man, oh, man, oh, man.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Ready? Let's go. Get your peoples on here.
With the melody, what a sweet, sweet melody. You surround me with a song. What a song, of deliverance. Song of deliverance. From my enemies, them run away. Till all my fears are gone. Sing out this song, you know what? I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. From my mother's womb, from my mama's womb, you have chosen me. Lord has chosen me. Love has called my name. What a love, what a sweet, sweet love. I've been born again. You a family. Let me tell you, man. Your blood runs through my veins. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I'm no longer a slave to fear. I am a child of God. I am surrounded by the arms of the Father. I am surrounded by songs of deliverance. We've been liberated.
You're listening to the sound. DJ Delroy with the latest mix.
We the sons and daughters. Let us sing our freedom song.
It's Reggae Uninterrupted. Reggae Uninterrupted. 11 minutes after 8 o'clock. I'm telling you, man, oh, man, oh, man. Big tune after big tune from the big time producer, man. The man called Dr. Delroy Lingo. What? This one is from the Flyaway Rhythm. I tell you, Flyaway Rhythm. I tell you, boy, I'm telling you, man, I might get some big artists on this rhythm right here. And we're gonna talk to the man himself. Let me go in a glimpse, just a glimpse He's in the green room, so I'm going to a glimpse. Just a glimpse. I'm a brethren, just a rock him head from side to side. You know what I mean? The doctor himself. You like you might enjoy the music, don't it? So what? Thank you, Lord, for your blessings on me. All right, make sure you share this thing. Tell a friend to tell a friend that we are live. We are live on Reggae Uninterrupted. Get your peoples on here tonight, man. I'm telling you. We got someone who is a friend of mine, a very, very good friend of mine, and a mentor of mine. Over the years, I've known him long time. I've known him years upon years. And he never changes. As a matter of fact, he barely even get old. He get old enough, but he barely get old. You understand what I'm saying? He barely get old. But we got Dr. Lingo here, man. Dr. Lingo, how you do? Dr. Lingo, how you do?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there you go. There you
Thanks,
go.
man. How you doing?
I am well, man. I am well. God is good. God is good. God is good.
All the time, my brother. All the time.
Well, I'm not even joking. You be a little like you get old in a boss. What you eat? What are you eating?
Well, the blessing of the Lord, you know, He beautified the meek with salvation. So,
beautify the meek, right?
Yes.
Okay. Come and ask you where you eat and you tell me about the blessings of the Lord. I'm meek. So I think it's a meat. I think it's a meat.
That meat has nothing to do with it has to do with a higher power. And then again, when you go to your bed early, you don't bleach and you don't abuse your body, you know.
That I do it. Okay. So me need to stop bleach.
Early to bed, early to rise, that kind of thing, you know.
Okay, sir. Okay, I hear you, boss. I hear you. I'm learning. I'm still learning. I'm still growing up.
Yes, good food works as well, and some good loving too.
Good food and loving. All right. I need to call my wife. Coming from the doctor himself, Virgin. All right. So many things on the table. But it's hard to interview somebody like you because you have so much information. That's the first thing. So much information. You know so much, and it's hard to interview, and it's fun to interview at the same time. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because I'm at the point where I'm not even sure, which direction to go yet. Because I don't want to go ahead of myself, and I don't want to lose out on the wisdom I'm going to get from you. All right. So first, let's start from your upbringing. All right.
All right. First, let me first of all say good evening to the GL365 family and all those who are listening.
Yeah.
Have a platform you find yourself on. I want to say a blessed and pleasant evening. One of the things about interviews, DJ Roy, and I tell you, you are very fortunate,
right,
and special and blessed. In over 20, maybe over 30 years, one person that I've ever sit on the stage with twice.
Mm-hmm.
Most person have never interviewed me once, and
wow,
you have. This is now my second time.
Yeah. What about we upon?
A lot of times, and I mean, I've interviewed everybody. name it, I've been there.
Right.
Because sometimes there's so much information, and I feel that if you're gonna disseminate information, it's gonna have to make sense. You're gonna have to be able to make it presentable in a way that people can understand the journey.
Right.
And what happens is that most time you have to cut and paste, and
Right.
it doesn't really, give you a full picture of what the journey is.
So true.
I understand the situation. So back to the question you asked. Growing up,
Well, yes. I want to start from your upbringing, but first of all, I want to welcome you to Reggae Uninterrupted. First of all, welcome to Reggae Uninterrupted. It's a brand new show. You probably should have been my first guest. Unfortunately, you weren't. You're like the fourth or fifth guest that we're having on Reggae Uninterrupted. And first, I want you to know that every opportunity I get to say this, I will say it because it's the truth. You're one of the persons who inspired me to go into radio. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen how you've done it. I don't want to wait till the end of the interview to say this. I want to say it up front. I've seen how you've done it. I was your gopher at one point. You might not remember, but I was your gopher at one point. You give me the tape and you said, take it on a JBC. And I run go down JBC and I'm going to drop it all down at JBC. And I never got the chance to see how the product was made. You know what I mean? The content that was on those tapes, I've never seen the recordings. I never saw that. I heard them on the radio, but I never really get to sit down and see that. But to see your dedication in doing what you did, it inspired me over the years. And then when I came here to the States, and you came after me, but when you came and I saw that you were in radio again, and I'm like, okay, how am I even do that? You know what I mean? Because I'm here trying to figure out how to get this thing done. And I came and I saw that you were in it. I said, no, man, no. I figure out a way how to do this because it was always my passion. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I wanted to get that out the way because sometimes we forget those little things. You know what I mean? When you're doing an interview like this, especially with someone who you know so well, you understand what I'm saying to you? You end up passing through some things, and I didn't want that to pass, this opportunity to pass, to tell you thank you. And I'm thanking you for this reason. I'm thanking you for doing it the right way. We always knew you love radio. We always knew you were going to be involved with radio, but I'm thanking you for doing it the right way because it was something that I watched from afar. I was close enough to see a little bit of it, but I watched from afar and I admire what I saw. And it inspired me to do what I'm doing today. Now that we get that out of the way.
Yeah, man. And before you move, I just want to say thanks because you are one of few, honestly, one of few persons that will publicly say, I have seen this man work and I love what he did and I admire what he does. Very few, one of few. And I can count on one and still have a lot of things.
Stop it, man.
The hundreds of people like that have changed and transformed and I've worked with.
Wow.
They ever stood up and said, Lingo ABC. And you have done that several times and I appreciate it. It's like Papas and Jonah Tucker are two individuals that almost every interview that they are on that I get to listen to most time, they'll mention, the contribution that I have made in their ministry and how I've helped to allow them to embrace and to stay this. So I appreciate that, my brother. Really appreciate that.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. So back to your upbringing now. Your upbringing. I heard a story that it was your brother who was involved in the thing. And you did kind of like the thing. Tell us how that worked.
Yes. All right. I actually grown up in a Christian family.
Uh-huh.
My sisters got saved. Then my mom got saved. Then once my mom got saved, then all of us have to get saved.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
What I love too, it was not a force issue.
Right.
You have to go to church.
Yeah.
Onus was on you as to the decision you make. After I had to get up 5 o'clock most mornings for prayer meeting. But that time it hurts me. I thought it was a wicked act, and growing up in Saint, and that hours of the morning is as cold as it gets.
Right.
But thank God now I live to be able to say thanks because those are what actually helped me to be who I am today, and I've kind of grown up with the same passion, try to pass it on. To my siblings and to my kids and all of that. So that is the way I was growing up. My brother Errol is one of the persons that I really admire a lot. He was first involved in music, he used to be with a group. Used to have a group called Natural Eye. And so I used to emulate. I see him singing. My sister's song. I did the junior choir, the youth choir, and all of that. So I've spent a lot of years in music. I had a band at one time in St. Ann, Gospel Thrillers, which I actually brought over to Kingston. I saw what my brother was doing. I was really impressed, and so I wanted to do the same thing. Then he went into radio. Right. He started radio Northeast, did radio, and then he went to IRI FM.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm emulating my brother and what he does. But then there was a gentleman known as Reverend VB.
Yes, sir.
That totally inspires me.
Yes.
And so I used to go at the back of the house and pretend that I'm on the radio, and try to be like VB. And if a lot of times, sometimes when I'm really hyped up, I might have a similar sound or a similar vibe.
Right.
That's the person that I really admire. So that is how I got involved in interested in singing, in music, interested in radio.
Wow. Well, I met you at a time when I know I turned this thing off. I met you at a time when I was involved with I was at a crossroads actually. I was involved with the group called Faith Gospel Band.
Yes.
And I was at the crossroads. A matter of fact, I met you just before them. Actually, I was at the crossroads in not showing where I wanted to go. I knew I could sing, and I knew I wanted to sing. And you were very instrumental in I'm trying to remember where I met you, but I know when you heard me sing the day, I can't remember where I met you, but I remember
that is true.
It
has to do. It's either within. It has to do from a concert perspective, though.
Yes, I know you heard me sing, and the next thing I know, you came over to me and said to me, you wanted to talk to me, and you gave me the address for your business, and I know I showed up. Showed up there, and we spoke. And you actually signed me to Impact Gospel Promotion.
Yes. You were signed to the company I used to manage you. Yeah.
What made you decided that you wanted to manage artists?
Okay. When I started, like I said, from St. Ann coming into Kingston, I just got there as a young man in Queensbury.
Right.
And that's like the upper lounge of society. We have the everybody that in you said the higher class of society. So they're not too much into church, but there was a gentleman that was living two doors from where I was. That was a minister. He used to go to Melbourne Street. It's called Pastor Taylor. So I used to go to church with him, and but he was an elderly person, so. In the community, I didn't really have much friends because everybody is doing something else. Right. So eventually, start reaching out to the guys, touching base with them, and then eventually, from one thing to another, I start leaning on the other side because they had all the girls and everything was looking good for them.
Yeah.
And just coming from the country, coming into town and see all the lights and all the pretty girls and all of that, you sometimes get carried away. So I eventually backslid, was hanging out with the guys, started my own sound system, Magnum Force, at a powerful. So I used to play St. Hugh's, Elders, most of the fets and all of that.
Okay.
And that to the point where I end up being a resident disco at a go-go club. That's how far it reached.
At a hookah club?
At a come club. Because I was kind of tired of moving my equipment from place to place. So
yeah. So you get a resident.
So I just go every night and play, go home and all of that.
Yes, sir.
Until the Lord actually, called me back into the gospel.
Yeah. I said no. Instead of go. He said no.
No, go, come. So once I came back, then the love for music was always there.
Right.
So I went right back into music. Western Son, I had known West because he used to live in Queensbury. So we used to connect and start a group. So we started a group. is into country and western, and that's all they wanted to sing. And I said, no,
I think.
Western. So the group split. He went his way, and I stayed with my group, and we became very, 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 very popular. Gospel thrillers. Well, we used to Grace Thrillers. We used to street singers. When Grace Thrillers visit my group, Leroy used to come to all our rehearsal at Bohemia Club. And when you see somebody sound good, they would inveigle them and tell them about tours and all of that, and eventually they would end up going to Grace Thrillers. When anybody fall out from Grace Thrillers, they end up over Gospel Thrillers. It was a back and forth, but there was no rivalry. There was nothing between. We did what we had to do, and somebody is in a position to move up, then we just allow them. And so that's how it started with Patrick Kitson. And all the different groups we used to connect with. So that's how I started out. And then with GT, then I end up being road manager for Golden Touch. Golden Touch.
Gotcha.
Dale Flynn, what I was doing.
Right.
Invited me to a meeting, and then he offered me a position at Live Production as a concert manager and assistant producer for Live Production. Then it was a paid job. I got a car, I got paid, and I got an office, and everything was just done. That's the only time I've ever collected.
Right.
So fraternity, I would say I was making something.
Right.
But the thing is that my love, I always love to see young people or groups expand. And when I went there, that was my intention, that I was gonna be able to sign all these groups to Live Production. But when I got there and started doing some tours and all of that, I realized that, and then I can never forget what really changed my mind was that what's her name, Joan Flemings came there to be signed, and we had a problem because they didn't want to sign Joan Flemings.
Really?
Yes, because the thing is that a lot of the groups, Live Production, most of the 90% were Adventists, because there is an Adventist.
True. Right.
Birthright was the only non-Adventist group that was actually on the roster at the time. And for some reason, I think Joan Flemings was maybe a too
revivalist.
So and when I saw that, it kind of hurt me, because I said, that's a great group. I really used to love Joan Flemings and Inspire.
Yes, man. I'm interviewing her on December the 1st.
Okay, nice.
Yes.
So yes. I said to myself, I am not being fulfilled. Yes, it's a nice job. I'm making money.
Right.
I'm big moves. Booking foreign groups. I can travel. Anywhere that there's conference and all of that, but I still wasn't satisfied, because I know it was a call in my life to help. So I had a meeting with Mr. Flynn, and I told him that, man, I'm leaving, and he was trying everything to change my mind, making bigger offers, but I said no, and then I decided that I'm going to start my own company.
Gotcha.
And so that's how Impact came into being, and I went to Bridgeport to do some promotion. Little before I left, and I saw Markland at a banquet, and I said, man, this young man has a gift. And I spoke to him, as a matter of fact, and told him what my intentions were. And so when I left and started Impact Promotion,
right,
I actually went back for him and started Impact, and we just started to work, and it was fulfilling. I wasn't making any money, honestly, because I had a pest control company, Delco Pest. That company was making crazy money, so I was just making the money from there and then pumping it into the gospel.
Right, gotcha.
So that's how I was able to survive, what was happening there.
You made reference of the Markland Action Edwards.
Yes.
Possibly he's running from mayor for Portmore.
Yes, Portmore. Yes,
Portmore. I read that somewhere. Okay, that's wonderful. I remember him being around when I came on the scene. I remember seeing pictures of Joan Flemings on your wall. I remember seeing pictures of Shota Brothers on your wall.
Young Battalion.
Yes, yeah. I remember some of these guys. Even the same Western Sons. I remember seeing them on the wall. Hummingbirds, right.
Edwin Myers.
There you go. Theophilus Brown.
Yes. Marvia was Wilson and Marvia Wilson.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Breakthrough. there was a group
Oh, yes,
from
Breakthrough.
Outreach Gospel Band. Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
Almost 95% of everybody that was in the gospel was signed to the company.
Wow. All right, I'm going to play a song by Adrian Cunningham, who is one of the artists that Brother Delingo, Dr. Delingo worked with. Here's Adrian Cunningham with a song called Mountain.
That I never faced before. That's why I'm calling on you, Lord.
Reggae
I know
Uninterrupted
it's been a
with
while,
Delroy.
but Lord, please hear my prayer. I need you like I never have before. Sometimes it takes a mountain. Sometimes a troubled sea. Sometimes it takes a desert
With Reggae Uninterrupted.
to get a hold on me. Your love is so much stronger than whatever troubles me. Sometimes it takes a mountain to trust you and believe. Ladies and gentlemen, Minister Adrian Cunningham.
That's it. Forgive me, Jesus. I thought that I could take whatever life has thrown my way. But this I will admit has brought me to my knees. I need you, Lord, and I'm not ashamed to say, oh, sometimes it takes a mountain. Sometimes a troubled sea. Oh God, sometimes it takes a desert. Come on, sis, to get a hold of me. Your love is so much stronger than whatever troubles me. Sometimes it takes a mountain to trust you and believe. Glory to God. Come on. Sometimes it takes a mountain. Oh, sometimes the trouble sea. Oh God, sometimes it takes a desert. Glory to God, to get a hold of me. To get a hold of your love is so much stronger, Lord, hallelujah, than whatever troubles me. Hallelujah. Sometimes it takes a mountain, yes, glory to God, to trust you and believe. Sometimes it takes a mountain to trust you and believe.
How true it is. How true it is. Sometimes it does. It does take a mountain. Yes, it does take a mountain for us to go through some things for us to really believe what's going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's like Thomas, you have to see, I need to see the prince. You understand what I'm saying? You have to see the prince, but then you miss out on your blessing, and you miss out on that opportunity sometimes because, you know, grandma told you that opportunity come but once.
Yes.
You might just be blessed. Forget that opportunity again. And so it's one of the things that I jump on when I first met this man. I jump on that opportunity to see what was out there. I was always in my church. I'm from the Berea Seventh-day Christian Church, And so we don't have a lot of artists that come out of the 7-day church like that, because it was a different time. It was a different time, and when I saw people like Genevieve and Robert Bailey and Lorraine Davidson and those people were out there, I'm like, what? Okay, okay, something can happen. And God was so good to me that I remember doing so many concerts on the concert circuit, man. Oh my God, so many concerts with this man right here. We became, when I left and went to Faith Gospel Band now, that we even work more together, because
yes,
you started using our sound to provide sound for your concerts. So
I also want to say that you're one of the young men that I really from day one really respect and appreciate. You used to come around the office. You were always the kind of person that was always humble. Like you said earlier on, sometimes you come and you say, well, Sir D, can you drop this down to JBC and all of that? And you were always the kind of person that shows certain amount of humility. It is because back in the days, you were like the number one when it comes to faith, to the choir, and to different things. You were like really out there as a musician that really stood out, not just as a singer, but you could also play.
Right.
And so I always remember your humility, and you were always willing. One of the young men that if you're at a concert and there's a group and they need a musician, you were always willing. I remember Sandra, I was on a tour with Sandra in the Cayman Islands.
Yes.
With a sister, and I said, Sandra, you know what, send for Douglas. It was like, I mean, it was such a privilege, because I said the kind of humility that you have,
right,
and the personality that you have.
Wow.
I always remember, always smiling, always ready to be at service. I can remember growing up during the old period of ever had one person make a negative remarks about you, honestly.
Well, they probably didn't come to you with it, but
Right, I've never heard.
They probably didn't come to you with it, but there are a couple of people who had me. They had me off because, especially with the choir, we can probably go there. Especially with the choir. When the choir started, Nick Joel spoke to me about our vision. And it's so funny that we call the choir Vision.
Vision.
Yeah. That's exactly how it happened. She came, she told me, I have a vision. I have a vision of a choir with 100 voices. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Where are we going to find 100 people from? And she said, I don't know, but listen, we're going to do it. We're going to get it done. And if you know Nijol, if she make up her mind to do a thing, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I mean, I sat her down. She was a sickly person, as everybody know. And so I sat her down and I said, listen, this is going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of work, that kind of stuff. But I remember when we did the first couple of auditions, man, some people came up and said they're singers, Dr. Lingo. And when they started singing, and Delroy, Deli,
yeah, man.
Deli was running the audition, and Deli was still even trying to squeeze a couple people in. And I'm like, no, Delroy, no. And I mean, I was the Simon. The Simon from American Idol. I was a Simon back then because I'm saying, no, if we're going to have these people who really borderlining, we're going to have problems down the road. And
problems, yes.
Listen to me. We did squeeze in some people and it affected us for a while. Trust me. Paul Barkley will tell you. It affected us for a while. Otti will tell you. It affected us for a while because some people who we thought were lead singers couldn't lead them own sheep, in a straight line. You understand what I'm saying to you? They could not manage at all. So people had me off, man, that I'm this and I'm that, I'm a bossy, I'm a that. And we can't even wait for play, what's her name? Rolso rhythm, because Rolso song spoke exactly.
Exactly. You know what? I don't know if you remember the last concert I had with the choir. It was at Girls Guide. The Girls Guide Club. The concert was entitled "My Mind's Made Up." One of the songs that you sing.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the title of that was the concert. The title of the concert, "My Mind's Made Up."
Man, oh man, oh man.
I need to look because I saw the video some time ago.
No. Delroy, don't
and
bother.
I need to find it
Dr.
again.
Lingo, not bother.
And I always remember you singing, "Man made up." And you had a little dance that you have. No,
No,
yes.
Please don't bother go dig up no video thing, man. The video thing I go just mess up everything. It gonna mess up a friendship, and you know it gonna mess up everything, man. Cause them the days there, know.
Not for the public. just to refresh my
okay.
my you know.
Whew. All right, we can't breathe easy now. Cause so. We went over you doing impact gospel promotion and back to when you were a young man singing with the family and aspirations from your brother and that kind of stuff. You get to a point now where Love FM came into play.
Yes.
And I'm bringing up Love FM because at the time we did not have another outlet, so to speak.
No.
You know what I mean? Didn't have another outlet where we could call our own, like, from a gospel standpoint. You understand what I'm saying to you? JBC give you 1 hour of gospel, and Sunday morning them give you 2-3 hours of gospel, and then that was it really. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And kind of thing. RJR, I'm not even sure what RJR was doing back then. They're better now than back then. When what did it mean to you when you found out that we actually have our 100% gospel, 24/7 gospel station?
Let me tell you, man.
And tell me how did that affected you? Because
as a matter of fact, I wrote an article.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one of the things I said is that Love FM for us was the light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
It was our expectation, and when I heard we were going to get a station, I was so excited, and I did everything that I could to help the process.
Right.
As a matter of fact, even Markland working on Love FM was instrumental because he at that time was in Bahamas or Barbados, one of those places, because he was no longer with the company. I had to release him from the company, so he went to Bahamas. And when Love came, and I got my slot, and I spoke to them about him, and I can't remember. There's a young lady at Love. I can't remember her name, but she was very instrumental too. Next thing I keep talking to her, and then we actually sent for him. He came, and started. So I was really excited, and excited I was. On the flip side, that's just as much disappointed as I was. The level of excitement was also.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that, though. Tell us about that because
all right. When Love FM came,
right.
Our thought was because we didn't have an outlet for
right.
And so we were having our own station. This was supposed to be ours.
Yeah.
So when Love came, all of us was excited, and then what they did was the programming. They had like a 1 hour slot that was called the local gospel hour. And I think that was the biggest disrespect ever. Nothing can surpass having your own music,
right?
Putting it in a slot for an hour, the local gospel hour. I was the only person on Love FM that could play local music straight through my program. So the only one that could do that. And it really hurt me because, like I said, all the groups came together. Everybody would if they're having an event, all the groups would jump to perform so they could get funds to run the station. It was never really for us. We didn't have much say because it was all foreign music all through until they decided to give a little hour that they call the local gospel hour. And because that's the reason why I actually left JBC when Love came into being, because I said no, we have to go support our own, and to the point where I wrote quite a few articles, and the last article I wrote, that was a little before I left Love, and after I went to Root FM. And I spoke about when Love came, we thought they would have been the light at the end of the tunnel. When we heard about IRFM. None of us was happy about IRFM because IRFM the rocking reggae station.
Yeah.
That IRFM would have been the light at the tunnel for gospel music.
Right.
IRFM used to play more gospel.
Jamaica, more local gospel.
Just on a Sunday alone than Love play for the entire week.
Right.
And
True.
so because I was so disappointed, so actually I left, wrote a couple of articles that they weren't pleased, but I had to speak truth to power because we were disappointed, and I left and went to Roots FM.
Wow.
And Roots was definitely for us because Roots play 100% or 90% local music. So Roots became more of a help to us than
Love FM itself. I remember those days. It was all foreign gospel, stuff that was on there, and a lot of people, even to this day, if I can be open and honest about it, even to this day, you'll find artists reach out to me and say to me, bro, I have a song, I love for you to hear and see if you like it. And think they're in Jamaica, and they're reaching out to me, and then they said to me, "Don't After I hear the song, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is cool, this is nice." And said, "Well, I said it to Love FM done. I'm not playing my music, star. I'm not playing my music." And
nothing changed. That's why Gospel JA comes in now and it's on top of the chart. They're rating this way of their Love right now.
Wow.
I thought over the years they would have
improved and changed, yeah.
Would have improved and understand what the situation is, but
yeah, a lot of artists are complaining about that. And it's not to bash Love FM. We're just,
no, definitely
we're
not.
just stating the facts of what people are saying. It's for Love FM to make the change if they need to make the change, or if they want to stay the way they are, then they stay the way they are. It would be a crying shame if they stay the way they are. If so many people are talking about it. So many people are talking about it that they hardly play. If you don't have a certain name, if you're not the Kevin Downswells and the Jermaines and stuff like that, you really don't get airplay there. Again, that too has to do with some of the artists there don't put a lot of work in, Dr. Lingo. All right? They don't put a lot of work in and make sure the product is qualified for airplay. What would you say on that point?
You see, that was one of the major problems we had back in the days. And as a matter of fact, up until
I'm hearing a knocking somewhere. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Up until things has kind of changed. But I remember when I had to represent the gospel to Federation of Musicians, because I went to them and I said, why is it that we are not being recognized?
Right.
Why is the music not being recognized? And I said, because the quality of the music wasn't good, and they were having all kind of excuse. But at that time, the music had kind of changed around. We had changed. We had ambassadors.
Right.
A couple of groups that was kind of changing around the music. But because they had that notion from there when nobody took time out to realize that things were happening. So they said, we're having a music seminar, so come and state your claim.
Right.
I wrote, I remember they gave me, I think 45 minutes I had to make the presentation.
Okay.
I did, made a presentation well put together, and to the point where they accepted. And from that particular day on, the fraternity changed. Stations start playing it. They start recognize the music. They start recognize the artists.
Right.
And that. You see, the thing with gospel artists, and they suffer from it right now.
Right.
Speak to any secular artist, they can tell you the struggle that they had. Go to jammies and all the different stations and stay out of the gate for days and weeks. Trying to go inside to voice a song, just trying to get recognized.
Right.
Unlike gospel music artists, they go through nothing. They haven't done any struggle. Just get up and either somebody produce them, or they find a studio and do some demos and all of that. So they have not worked their way. They haven't earned
right.
that they have. So it doesn't really mean much to them. It's a hustle. Artists can tell you, how much days and how much struck back or how much system they have to put up on and what they have to do free of cost. Because for the first 2-3 albums, they'll tell you that they didn't get a cent.
Right.
But they love the music, and because they work so hard, they value the music. It means something to them, and the main thing with that, they can tell you who helped them.
Right.
Reach to where they are. I've never heard a gospel artist on any interview and anybody that helped them in their walk. They never mention it. If somebody should ask a question, they say, no man, God give them a gift. It's God. Everything. Oh, right. God, it's God. So what happened to the person that God put in your life to help you?
Right.
They don't want to give the person any credit. They rather just no, it's God. God give me the talent, and God open doors, and God do that. Yes, He open door, but there must be a channel through which you reach to where you are.
I don't know what it is where we as people, especially black people, you know, we as people, we afraid to say.
To acknowledge
our brothers and sisters, and it's because they claim that they don't want to put the person on a pedestal, or they don't want to hail the person, and they don't want to. It's okay to say thank you to your brother. It's okay to say, brother, you did a great job, brother. You picked me up. I needed a friend and I needed a person, and you were the one who picked me up. I cannot understand I don't get it. Why people are afraid to acknowledge that they got help.
Yeah, you are fully aware of the different award shows that I do.
Yes.
To recognize individuals, and even yearly when I do my birthday, even when I'm doing my birthday events, I'm always honoring and
true
because I take pleasure in doing that.
Right.
Because we have a way that we'll wait until folks die, and then you hear all of this, and it makes no sense because the person can't hear.
Right.
A lot of folks would feel so good to know that they are appreciated.
True.
You know, but for most people, and it's because of selfishness, bad mind, and just selfish.
Right.
Because some folks think for them to reach up, they have to tear you down.
That's
right. Lift you up while they lift themselves up. That's just it.
All right, we're gonna come back on the next side of this song. All right.
Yes, sir.
This is called Brand New Day from the Flyaway Rhythm.
To the beat of the wind, them a rock so. Then the phone start to ring. Was the voice of an angel and we started.
It's a man called Second Chance.
Give thanks that we are away.
Big time producer Delingo. Flyaway Rhythm. Check it.
Delroy with Reggae Uninterrupted on GL365 Radio.
That the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. Well, okay, this is a brand new day, and a Jesus make it give me oxygen in my lungs. God lend it to me. A sound mind and a body full of energy. Fi praise God, then that a me priority. Me heart still a beat, boom like a drum. Through me veins, hot blood still a roll. When me speak, words come off of my tongue, so I have to take the time out for big up. You are worthy to be praised. Praise your name, Lord, for you are worthy to be praised. On the veranda, I'ma sit down on a high stool. Me see me pick me on a bike coming from school. Me thank the Lord same time, same grace. I should have learned something today, so she ain't no fool.
Ready.
But that cause no frustration. This is the day.
So the butt cover.
This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. I will rejoice. I will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. Hey, let's do something.
We are talking to the man called Delingo. Guess what? Dr. Delroy Lingo, aka Delingo, out of Hartford, Connecticut. The man himself. who is the owner and the operator of the big station, the Gospel Vibes Radio FM, one of our connected ministry partners.
I'm tired of the things I see going on.
The Anointed Veil.
And no one seems to care about what's wrong.
This is the Anointed Veil in Guyana, and this is GL365 Radio.
And no one seems to really care about Christ. We live life how we want and we don't care. Whether you're black, white, or your skin clear. You need the blood of Jesus to prevail. And in the Christ you know you can't feel. So when we live,
It's a man from out of Portland, the Anointed Veil. Say heard it right here on Reggae Uninterrupted. And we having a conversation with the doctor himself, Dr. Delroy Lingo, and we're going to talk over this one right here. So, Dr. Lingo, you mentioned the other day about, you mentioned earlier on about the award that you do. And I don't want to talk so much about the award that you do so much, but I want to ask you a question because I want to tickle your brain a little bit. I see where a lot of people are doing award shows now.
Yes.
Right, and this is the conversation we had. we had maybe a year or two ago. A lot of them are doing award shows, and I see the artist himself or herself have to be going out there and begging for votes. And I did it once, and I promised myself I would never do it again. Right? I promised myself I would never do it again, especially when I saw what you. And I told you you're a role model to me, you know, when it comes to these things. I saw what you did, and it was an easy choice for me. It just happened that I didn't make the trip to Connecticut, and I'm very disappointed about it. That the next time you have one, I did it whether I get a award or not, I'm going to need it. But what do you think? What do you think about those awards that are out there? Because there's so many of them now. And then pop up like flies, just popping up.
All right. If you notice, well, personally, I've been invited. There are quite a few people that asked me to join to be a part of it, and I question what is the award about.
Right.
How are you going about? What the criteria are using? And everyone that I've spoken to so far, I tell them no.
You tell them no.
No, I don't want to be a part of it. The only award show I've ever connect myself with is Upton.
Yes. Upton
Lewis.
Right.
Because I think he started out at a good perspective.
Right.
Decent awards.
Mm-hmm.
After a point they got carried away.
Yeah, it got messy. It got messy after a while.
But when he started out, the concept, everything was good.
Right.
You know, I did support. I hosted a couple of years, for him. And the funny thing is that one year, the year that I got an award from Upton, as a matter of fact, a Lifetime Achievement Awards.
Mm-hmm.
The reason how I got the award, I was hosting, and he went online to search to find some information to put in a magazine for me as an host.
Mm-hmm.
And what he saw online, he said, blew his mind. He said, my brother, I've known you for such a time, and you have never told me you did all of this kind of work.
Right.
I said, well, it's not for me to tell you now. I think you found out the way you should.
Right.
And
research.
Because a lot of who works with him know of the work that I do.
Right.
And so when he saw it, he gave me a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Mm-hmm.
And as a matter of fact, that was the last year I went, because he gave an award to a particular sister, a good friend of mine, of the year. And it was a part of the group too. And the person said, Upton must be mad. I haven't even done 2 concerts for the whole year. Why would he want to give me here, And so, I'm like, no, this is where I jump ship.
Wow.
A lot of these individuals that are doing award,
yes,
and it might sound harsh, but they're not qualified to do to be able to do what they pretend to be doing. They know nothing about the gospel fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
And their own concept of awards, because sometimes what they're given for awards,
right,
some you know, it's to me it's waste of time. But to travel from distant, and when they put somebody in, they have in concert, because they might put the money to give the award, but their whole intention is to get the money to perform. And then they have another system where folks have to vote for you. When somebody earns something, they don't need to vote for it.
That's
something. You're supposed to get it. Why? And I've seen it many times.
Right.
So who get vote do not deserve what they get.
Right. And
I saw one year a guy got Song of the Year, and nobody knows the song.
Right. Right.
But he was in a position to get people to vote.
No.
The only vote I would sanction is the name just some popular there's a term they call it where it would be based on popularity.
Right.
There's a term for it, but I forget it right now. But when somebody work, when somebody has struggled, when somebody earns something,
right,
it's you to give the person that. If you notice my award shows, the only award show, and I'm speaking out of humility, it near to what I do is Upton, because if anybody go and look on the website and see the quality, my award show is like a Stella or a Grammy. It's the highest. It's just have the highest category, and I don't charge any to come to my award show, because it is based on merit and the awardees and medias and different things.
And the work that they put in.
Yeah.
You understand?
And I mean it costs a whole lot, but
yeah.
If I do something, I'm gonna do something that really means something. If you're gonna fly from Texas to come to my award show, right. Is why when you leave, you shouldn't leave with something that you said, yes, it was worth my time flying from Texas, come to Connecticut for this award.
No, there might be someone who's hosting an award who's listening, and I want them to listen. My suggestion to the whole thing is, if you have a panel of judges, right? A panel of judges, who into the music. You understand what I mean? They don't have to necessarily be Jamaican or whatever, but they're into the music, and you send a 30-second or a 1-minute clip to those persons to listen, the quality, the message, and make them send the lyrics of the song. You understand what I'm saying to you? So you can. To me, that much more. There's some people in Antigua who does that. And I mean, I admire the way they do it, because they have a panel of people now who listen to these nominations. They'll tell the person that they're nominated, but that person don't necessarily have to send out to, please vote for me here and please vote for me there. Exactly. So whoever get the most vote get the award. It doesn't make sense to me. And I felt so bad last year or the year before when I did it, and I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. Because if I have to beg people to vote for me, for you to acknowledge a song, how did you get my song in the first place to nominate me? Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
Exactly.
How did you get my song in the first place to nominate me? If you can nominate me, then why do I have to beg people to vote now? Why can't you tell me that, you know what, your song is nominated, However, we have a panel who's going to go through and check and see, you're against 5 other people in this category, blah, blah, blah. But the way they're doing it, I just don't understand it at all. And I see some of my friends, they're my friends and I love them very well. And them have an album 4 or 5 years ago, and they're just getting nominated today.
They're
just getting nominated today for a 5-year-old album. And I'm saying to myself,
how they does not make any sense.
How they gonna have an artist of the year?
I went to an award show, the last one I went to in New York, and I was so upset. I mean, I was so upset. It was like I went to a convention or a revival service. An award show. Kept in a church. It was like a revival. It was like a revival service. An award show is an award show. You understand?
Right.
And anything that is done outside of excellence is disrespectful to God's kingdom.
Yeah, that's.
If it's not excellent, they have individual giving folks lifetime achievement, folks that just come in the gospel and saying they giving all of fame and I'm like these
Right.
guys because it's just about fame. They're just trying to be famous. Come on, man.
And trying to make a money off of the people.
Exactly.
Just
It's a hustle. It's totally
call it what
hustle.
it is, man. I'm trying to make a muscle.
It's a hustle, of course.
Some of these artists have to pay $130, $140 to even get nominated to the same
Yep.
same award
Yeah,
where you
yes.
claim
Oh,
say
yes.
them nominated for and think we have to call a spade a spade. So we'll call it out loud.
Of course, and that's the only way things is gonna change. We gotta be upfront and straightforward with what's happening.
That's right.
You know, I radio when I migrated from Jamaica, came to Connecticut. There was nothing like an internet radio station. Nothing that I had the first ever from a Caribbean perspective, and could be wider than that. I had the first internet gospel radio station. I had the first syndicated radio station, and I remember I was in when I was in Atlanta, and I heard Delilah. I don't know if you know this lady, Delilah.
Oh, yeah, say if me know Delilah,
Okay.
man.
Okay, I heard Delilah while I was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I went to Miami, and I heard Delilah, and I'm like, oh, am I hearing Delilah in Atlanta and
Right.
Miami? Because remember, most radio stations, all radio stations has a limit.
Right. Yeah.
So you know that you can only go to a certain distance, and so I start to do the research, and I realized that what she was doing was syndicating from our home to different stations.
Wow.
And once I did that research, I went right in and I started the first Caribbean station.
Right. Radio
That I
station.
started because a lot of folks was had the same problem.
Uh-huh.
How come I'm hearing it here, there? How you do it? Because I was working at a station in Connecticut at the same time. Once I started syndicating, I left the station. I said, no, if you want me to be on the station, you got to pull me from where I am. I'm not driving half an hour, 45 minutes, and snow to go to your station anymore. I have what you want. If you want it, you know how to get it. And so because I'm always trying to be different.
Right.
I'm always trying to do something. I like unique to be you. When I came to Connecticut, I'm the first person that have a Genesis in Connecticut.
Right.
And I looked at you a lot of time and I said there's a lot of similarities with you because everybody's doing syndication and you're not doing syndication. You're doing something that is almost more superior because you have different. You have GL365 in Houston. You have in different places.
Guyana.
So it's like nobody else has done that.
Yeah.
We're a catalyst in that respect, and that's how I am. And if I'm doing something and once everybody start doing, I'm figuring what else can I do?
Right.
How can I be different? You know. So that's what God wants us to be unique. He wants us to
yes, man.
Just to show versatility and all that kind of a good stuff.
All right, so
I congratulate you and
thank you, sir. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I want one in Connecticut too, right next to you.
No problem. And folks are planting church all over the world. Planting radio stations.
There you go, man. Connecticut is big.
Oh yes, huge.
Oh
huge.
my God,
Yes,
big place.
Yes.
So you're in this producing thing, and the time is running. You're in this producing thing. You've been doing very, 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 very well. You choose some rhythm, and you're getting artists to come together.
Let me quickly tell you why I end up in.
Yeah, because that's what I'm gonna ask you. Why you end up doing this?
When I left Jamaica, I actually took an oath that I would not manage any artist that has Jamaica, whether at the front of the name or the back of the name. Let me tell you, man, it's one of the most ungrateful set of individuals I've dealt with. And a lot of things I don't say, I just hold it. But I decided I was gonna do it because I mean, thousands of millions of dollars have invested in individuals, invested.
Right.
And they're just so ungrateful. So when I came, I was asked, I mean, many artists asked me to manage. I said, no, not going back there.
Right.
And I heard, Lord, I love you. And that song did something to me. And I said, this young man, new to the gospel, did not experience, but he did a song and it did something. I said, let me see if I can save him. Because I know what it's like. Most of the artists, they start out good, but because they licked with certain people, they turn out to become hostile. And I remember distinctly the first contract I signed with him. And I said, let me tell you something. I'm into ministry. I will manage ministry. I said, anytime you become a hustler or anything of that nature, I don't have time for ego and all of that kind of stuff. And so I started, and things was going very good. I did what I could do, get him in all over the place, and we were going good. Until, of course, folks that were jealous of what he was doing, because
really
don't recognize for you Dougie to start manage somebody.
Yeah,
they don't right away. They have somebody with the experience, somebody that's in there, somebody with connection, and that in itself is an asset. But a lot of people, especially in gospel, they don't recognize that. If anybody, almost every new secular artist out there, they would love to have a Puff Daddy or a Jay-Z or any one of those guys to have anything to do with them. We don't even pay, they would enjoy. Those guys have created so many waves, have made so many artists popular, so they have the experience. So when you take somebody that knows nothing and teach them everything, and they don't know how to appreciate it, then you will always have problems.
Right.
Things went down where I was really disappointed, discouraged. I just spent thousands of dollars, just finished to produce I Need More for Adrian, and things didn't work the way I anticipated. So even though the contract, we had 2.5 years left, I decided let's go separate ways. Let there be peace. We can still call each other and say what's going on and all of that. And because I did go back against my word, so I said I still want to be effective in the community. I still don't want not to be able to participate in what's happening. Always love reggae music. I've always been a defender of it, and I say, you know what? I don't see gospel artists uniting.
Right.
Albums, you don't see. Everybody's just about themselves. I said, if I can put a project together where I can artists involved in it as a kind of unity, and that would be awesome. So I did, I think, 3 projects before that.
Right.
But into this new system, I said, I've never really seen just like they would do it in the secular, where they have one rhythm, I have 10, 20 person. So we have the same potential. So that is how I actually started. Right after I did Adrian's album, I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna do maybe do self-produce. I'll just do projects and compilations and all of that. So I decided to do the first project, Strictly Blessed. Was wondering, I want to do a series. I said, what name can I use? And for some reason, Strictly Blessed just came forceful to me. But I said, but VP Records have what they call Strictly the Best. I didn't want there to be any confusion. And I called VP and I spoke to them and asked them for clearance, and they said yes. A lot of folks that might not, but I'm signed to VP Records. All anything that I put out, it's cleared through them. They distribute it. Then I did Strictly Best one, and it did very good. I love what happened. Everybody came on, and you can just feel the love.
Right.
Like every track is it's so powerful. There's not a track that you would listen and say no. Everybody came on. Their very best. Right after Strictly Blessed, because the first song on it was done by myself and Pastor Powell. I really liked the sound that he had, and then I went on and I produced an entire project for him. And that's another thing that I did, and you know, nothing much has been done, you know, and that's the gospel again. You know how many gospel artists right now don't have an album? One or two singles and all of that, because some of them, they can't afford to produce an album.
Right.
And when somebody see an artist, take that artist and produce an entire album for the person, and the person is not out there trying to make it happen. You know, like they're sitting down, if it's an interview, everything you have to do.
I never get that.
This is discouraging because even secular world,
right?
You know, artists that have 20 singles and not one project. And so, you know, I did two projects that and I realized, I said, I don't think I'd ever produce an album for an individual ever again. But I'll produce like the compilations.
Right.
You know. So that's all. I still want to be effective. And because I've been in broadcasting and I know music and I know what is fit for your play.
Right.
People would like, so I think that gave me the privilege to produce. Because I was doing Adrian albums and he wrote some songs and we had a little but head about it because he wanted certain songs certain way. But I said, you know, when you're a singer and a writer, that's what you do. You sing and you write. A producer produce the music.
Right.
We know what it is that is going to sell, and especially when it's your money spending, when you are the executive producer, you have a lot to do with the decision.
Right. That's the.
And in gospel, a lot of the artists, they don't have a manager; they have a booking agent.
Yeah.
Most of who they say is manager, they are depending on the artist to survive. A manager don't depend on artists to live. A manager is a person that fund the artist. If it's a project, they put up the money, they fund the project. If the person have the ability and they need a car, the manager buy the car. If they need to move uptown, they move them uptown. The onus is on them because all that he does, he has to get paid for it. So it's an investment.
Right.
So most of these guys, they don't have a manager. They have a booking agent.
Wow. See, knowledge. I always love to talk to you, man. I always love to talk to you because when I learn something and I reaffirm some things, you know what I mean? And I've seen where you've worked with so many artists, diverse artists. So I mean, soloists, trios, duos, groups. You know, bands, all that kind of things, so I'm gonna listen to you first. And make sure that, you know, what I'm hearing, you know, makes sense. Because sometimes some things just need to make sense, you know, Doc.
Yes.
Some things just need to make sense. You understand what I'm saying to you? And I mean, yes, you've experienced a lot of things, but you're not, you're not the know-it-all. And thing. You understand what I'm saying? So
and that's the good thing about it. Being open. I'm always open to new ideas,
right?
And even folks that I have more experience in certain areas, it doesn't mean that they might not. They will know things that I don't know.
Right.
Everything changes.
All right. The last album you did with the compilation, you had people like Second Chance. You had you had King Arthur and thing, and they're great people. This new one that I'm not ready to tell them what it is yet. It's called Gatekeeper Rhythm. It's from the Gatekeeper Rhythm, and
yes,
you've stepped it up a whole nother notch. I mean,
yes.
You did step it up a whole nother notch. Let me get the people to actually see what the artwork look like based on what I have. You have people like Sister Sasha on there. Who else is on this rhythm right here?
Okay, we have Sister Sasha.
Yeah.
We have George Nooks.
Yeah.
We have Second Chances on it as well. We have Clifford Fire Henry. We have The Flames. We have did I say Clifford? Yeah, Clifford Fire Henry. We have Anointed Veil, and there's another young one, Bobby Delroy, Bobby Edwards, formerly of the Ambassadors. His song is now putting together. There's another new young lady, and I'm actually waiting on Papa San, Jonah Tucker, to finish their thing. So there's a new names, not new artists, but new names that I've add to the rotation. Sometimes I send the project, and whoever come through.
Right.
Because for me, whoever come through, they are the ones that are supposed to be on the project. So I sweat if a person didn't come through, they were not supposed to be on the project.
Right. Well, let them hear Mama, cause boy, I love Mama.
Yeah, man. But honestly, when I heard it, I said, God, trust me. It's as if I gave you some information and you wrote this about my mother. Honestly.
Yeah. That's how me feel too. I'm hear the thing where I said, no man, no, this is not normal at all. This is normal. So my mom is actually on the live tonight. I want to dedicate this song to you, Mama. I want to give a big shout out to Paul Barclay. Best of yourself, Catalyst. Blessings to you, man. Hyacinth Richards and all the loved ones on there this evening. Blessings to you. All right.
So the blood cover.
This is George Nooks. Song called Mama.
Mama is a real God-fearing woman. Mama is a real God-fearing woman. Mama is a real God-fearing woman. She read the Bible and pray every day. She's walking up the King's Highway. She never let us go astray. She is a virtuous woman, I say. She don't worship silver or gold. Half her story has never been told. She don't worship diamond or pearl. She took care of her boys and girls. Mama is a real God-fearing woman.
Bad tune, the heart, drop it again.
It's recommendable that you play this one.
Oh, I really love Mama.
Sweet, like when Jesus is speaking about
So the blood cover.
Mama is a real God-fearing woman. Mama is a real God-fearing woman.
The man called George Nooks.
Mama is a real
On the Gatekeeper rhythm.
woman. Mama is a real God-fearing woman. She read the Bible and pray every day. She's walking up the King's Highway. She never let us go astray. She is a virtuous woman, I say. She don't worship silver or gold. Half her story has never been told. She don't worship diamond or pearl. She took care of her boys and girls. Mama is a real God-fearing woman. 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 Big tune. Mama teach us how to love and obey. We never go to bed unless we pray. Thank God she brought us up the right way. Mama, I love you more and more each day. Oh, yeah. Mama, I love you to my heart and soul. And my love for you will never grow old. Mama, I really love you. You know, Mama is a real God-fearing woman. She is a real God-fearing
music till the morning. Right here on GL365 Radio, man. Oh, God. Carmelita, I think you should refresh your screen, all right? Refresh your screen. That's what I had to do. Refresh your screen, my sister.
Yes, she's walking out the king's highway. She is a virtuous woman, I say. She don't worship silver or gold. Her story has never been told. She don't worship diamonds or pearl. She took care of her boys and girls.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. The man called George Nuns, here is Sister Sasha. Rolls up. This one dedicated to all of my enemy them. Watch it. What you say, Doc? I say something. What you say?
Yeah, man, for real, a real thing, man, a real
yeah, man,
thing.
this dedicated to all of my enemy. I'm a friend of them. Not even enemy them. I'm a friend of them. Coming on the enemy, you know. I'm a friend with them. The gatekeeper with him, Christopher. The man said, tough doctor.
God me love you. God me love you. For your blessing, make it drop on me. Make the hand 19 no stop catch on me. When the enemy a float, you no stop back me. When them launch, you attack, you a protect me. And if I never see them come, them fuck up in a line. 10,000 angels were out and bad. Trouble God pick me and you get him mad. Man, that tune the way they play a while ago, me like it. Me old grandfather like it. Oh, my grandfather dead no, but me husband dead too. Play that tune, they come me feel alive. Play that tune again. Pick up and play it again and play it again. Sometimes you got to let them know. I God Almighty. God me say. People send me bossy to me rose up. I just the blessing when me I beg me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you. God me love you.
Big tune.
People send me bossy to me rose so. I just the blessing when me I beg me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you. God me love you. For your blessing make me drop on me. Make the hand 19 no stop catch on me. When the enemy a float, you no stop back me. When them launch, you attack, you a protect me. And if a devil send them come, tell them buck up in a God. 10,000 angels were out and bad. Trouble God pick me and you get him mad. We double up the power like Elijah had. People send me bossy through me road so. I just the blessing when me have make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you.
God me love you.
People send me bossy through me road so. I just the blessing when me have make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you. God me love you. Power I move like Kakabasaki. Word it touch up like real karate. When God a move, no talkie. You fi know when fi chill and when fi party. One stone alone kill Goliath. One stone alone make the place stop riot. One stone alone make the whole place quiet. Turn up the bass and give me little
Ayat. No man.
Sometimes you got to let them know.
No man. Dr. Lingo, this is not normal at all. Jesus. No sir.
People send me bossy to me rose so. I just the blessing when me I beg me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you.
God me love you.
People send me bossy to me rose so. I just the blessing when me I beg me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you. God me love you. For your blessing make it drop on me. Make the hand 19 no stop catch on me. When the enemy a float, you no stop back me. When them launch, you attack,
All right, Dr. Lingo. All right. So you pick out the rhythm.
Yes.
You send it out to a bunch of people and you say, hey, listen to this. You can write something to this. How's that transition like? You know.
All right. What I do, I actually when I'm thinking of the rhythm, because some rhythm you hear.
Yeah.
And
you can already hear an artist on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Because Jonah, for some reason, Jonah Tucker is the first person that came to my mind.
Right.
Yes, when it comes to certain rhythm, Jonah have a way for just can find some tune.
Right.
And then based on the rhythm, I know George Nooks had to be one of the persons in that rhythm.
Yeah.
And when I sent it and he heard it, he was like, "Yes, my brother." Yeah, and when he voiced it and sent it, I was like, perfect. I said, man, it's as if you and I sat on another conversation about my mom.
Right.
And I sent it to Sasha. She had it for a while. And suddenly one night she couldn't sleep. She was up until she just couldn't sleep.
She rolled some.
She was wondering what's going on. She said, "No, let me go look for Lingo rhythm and write something."
Wow.
And she played the rhythm, man, and by 3 o'clock in the morning, I got a call from her. The Lingo, I couldn't sleep. I'm gonna write something for the rhythm. This song, it's hot.
Wow.
I wanna go studio in the morning. I said, yeah, man. Good. And she got up the morning, went and voiced it, and by the evening she sent it and me listen it and me say, yeah, man,
the tune turn up, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Virgin. You send me the little thing before it even mix and master and TV.
Yes.
You said, listen this, my youth, listen this. And boy, I tell you, I was impressed then, and me even more impressed now, because me forget how this sound like and everything, and to have it now, listening to it, I'm like, my goodness.
And everything.
Yes,
and
man.
In fact, the 27th, Friday, is the pre-order, so you can pre-order it. Starting on Friday, it goes online on Friday.
Wow.
And then the 4th of December, it actually drops, because VP, there's a lot. It should actually drop the 27th, but they were putting out a lot of project that day. We say, you know what? Let's push it.
Back it up some. Yeah.
A week up. So at least when it comes out, there won't be a whole lot of music in it. So yeah, we decided to drop 2 singles. Because I wanted a kind of variety.
Right.
I said, let me put those out there. And so far, everybody that hear them, I'm getting very good feedback. And let me tell you, I have some, their second chance.
Yeah.
The Clifford Fire Henry, Anointed Veil.
Okay, yeah.
Let me tell them, man.
But
every tune shot, my youth. Every one.
Yes, my big producer friend. I like it. And listen, and I'm glad it's reggae. You have no excuse why I shouldn't get them first, because
exactly. Exactly.
This is a show exclusively to reggae gospel. You understand what I'm saying? Exclusively to reggae gospel. And I'm telling you, if it's 100% gospel music, and it has to be a reggae song. When I have request night on here sometimes, and the people want to request Shirley Caesar. You understand what I'm saying? I tell them say it's a reggae show, 100%.
Yeah, wrong night.
Wrong night. So if Shirley Caesar don't sing a reggae song, you can't come on a Tuesday night. You understand what I'm saying to you? At the wrong church night, that.
Let me tell you this, sir. And not even myself. You're gonna be the first person.
Let me turn it up loud. Hold on,
drop the album.
First of all, let me turn.
Not even me.
Let me turn on the music first. Hold on, man. Say it one more time. Come here, tape it, Someone, you say it one more time, sir. I won't say a word.
When the project is finished, it's gonna be exclusively launched by DJ Roy.
Jesus,
you understand? GL365 is gonna premiere the project. That's where it's gonna be premiered.
The best variety of gospel music. GL365 Radio, the people's station.
That me a talk about. You hear the man say? Alright, that's right. I release straight up people and God. I want to hear what Dr. Lingo say. And Dr. Lingo is the president and CEO of Gospel Vibes Radio FM, and he says it's going to be premiere right here. So
right on GL365 straight.
I love it. Listen, I can talk to you all day, man. All day me can talk to you, you know. Sometimes I have to tell myself, say, no, I have to stop talking to Lingo now because
yeah, man, I say
we need to go bed and go lie down. You understand me? Listen, man, your girl got a song coming out real soon, and I'm giving you a taste of it. Come on, know so you get it too in your mail. But me, I'm probably the first person that play it. But listen to this. Your girl. Your girl. Hey.
Yeah, man. Hey.
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 A newborn king to see.
Mentor Christian.
You see it, my youth? I'm
Mentor Carol, yeah, man.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. I'm talking to her on December 1st. Delingo.
Wow.
Me I talk to Joan Flemings on December 1st. And me I tell you, so me can't wait. Listen.
Nice.
And that's one of the things, you know. One of the things is Impact Gospel Promotion has allowed me to meet some people. You understand what I'm saying to you? I met Joan Flemings at I think it was an Alpha Tree concert we had.
Mandela Park
concert. That's the first time I met her. And it was you hosting, Impact Gospel Promotion was hosting the free concert at Mandela Park. And I remember meeting Joan Flemings for the very, very first time ever.
That was our stamping ground.
Oh my goodness, man.
The first time Nadine Blair was in to the public was Mandela Park. The first time Colleen Bechtels was introduced was Mandela Park.
Wow.
The first time Earl McFarlane is there. The first time Peter Mack was introduced.
Yeah.
All of these guys.
Nigel Wilkinson. Yeah, I remember them. It's the most it's the most tiring concert ever, and it's a free concert. When I done at them concerts where Brother Lingo put on, I'm tired so till.
Yeah.
And it's a free concert, and the paid one the minutes are tired.
It's true thing.
But so many things have to be happening. I remember we have to go and get the permit for the park, and then after you get the permit, you have to make sure you find the person who will turn on the plug them for you plug in the thing.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, it's. I mean, listen, man. I want to thank you once again publicly, sir. Thank you so very much for your hard work, for blazing the trail for us. You know what I mean? A lot of people might not want to say the lingo, but me not afraid to say it. Thank you, my brethren. Thank you so very much. And for doing it the way you do it, the professional way. Yeah. Humble. You understand what I'm saying to you? Sometimes you get upset and miserable, but listen, you're still humble. You're humble with it. You understand what I'm saying? Because you strive for excellence. And if you're not see that going well, you gotta tell them, say, no, sir. There are things that I've called you about, and I said to you, hey, you're faced with a situation, what you think? And you tell me straight up, say, no, Dougie, no, go there, sir, no. No, do that. I'm going to listen to you, I'm going to say, I'm not going to do that, because Lingo said, don't do it. You understand me, I said to you?
Yeah, and it's two ways. A lot of time I think about things too, and I call it. One of the things that, and I've said it, that I respect you so much that, because in the old fraternity right now, there's a whole lot of DJs, but there are very few broadcasters, and that is why I respect you so much, because I get help. Yeah. You know. I mean, you can count on one hand the amount of what you call a professional broadcaster, not a DJ.
Right.
Pastor that present the gospel in the quality, and you use a person of excellence, and that's one of the things I love about you. Anything you do, it has to be excellent, and even where I am right now, Gospel Vibes Radio, where we reach right now, if I didn't have the connection with you, a lot of what we do we couldn't do.
Wow.
Even the platforms that we're on, and the way in which we are able to present the gospel the way it ought to be, because we have a connection with somebody. Say, boy, they do this, do that. Sometimes even when I do a little thing and put it out, they say, no, my youth, I come on and fix that. It's like that, make it look like this, make everything, you know. And I appreciate that. I respect that because even though I
have to tell them the part, man. You never tell them the part.
All the time. Sometimes I don't believe. I know what I want, but I can't do what I want. And you will always fall in and say, no, this is what it is. That is what it is. Yeah, man. And I respect you. And not just that, you do it. You're not one of those persons who send me go for something when I come back it done. That but you want me know it for do because you want me to be able to do it, you know.
Right.
You have some guys that learn the mechanic work, but when the mechanic man you send him go for one tool, kind of want him to see how he fix it, kind of want him to be there for a longer while before, you know.
But again, what's the point of me doing it all the time for you? Me want you learn how to do it so that when me gone, you can do it and you can teach somebody else how to do it. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's so true, you know. A lot of people don't think like that, you know. A lot of people don't think like that because and it might be selfishness or just how them grew. I don't know them culture is so different. I just don't know. I grew up in a home. I grew up in a home where I knew if someone so come by, me have to give up my bed. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and I mean,
that's a negotiation.
It's up for the negotiation. Yep. And I was sharing bed. with my brother. I have to give up my bed. My brother have to find somewhere to go sleep. You understand what I'm saying to you? And make sure someone all right. You understand what I'm saying to you? Yeah. And outside of that, I was the first of 4 children from my mom and dad. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I had to make sure, say, if me get a cup of Milo, if me not see my little siblings, them drink Milo too. You better know some my cup of Milo have to share for 4 people. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand when somebody learns something, knows something, and keep it to themselves. It irks me. I ain't lying to you. Sometimes it hurt my nerves to see somebody out there have the information, them have the goods, and they know that you need the goods, and they refuse to help you. No.
But look at this, Mr. D. You're not a distributor. And you have a mailing list where you get music.
Right.
You send music right across the globe. The only person where anytime you get a music, you can always look forward and say, boy.
Yeah.
and if for some reason know some have it and you play and say, boy, I didn't want that one, you know. By the time I come home,
no man, before my show done, I send it. I'm not gonna remember. Somebody just
exactly. Just like how you said the John Fleming's going to finish out now too.
Yeah, man.
Yep. You know, so that's how it is. Let me tell you, a lot of stations that start, they just call me say they need music. Mr. Boss is 1 or 2 things. I just send me a thumb drive, or you send a passport. And if they don't have the means to send it, sometimes I just buy the thumb drive, full it up on music and just
send it off. Yes, sir. I just went to Florida the other day, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
The more of us that can get this out is the better it is for the
That is right. That is right. That is so true. We're talking to Dr. Delroy Lingo, aka Delingo, and it's always a joy to speak to him. I speak to him almost twice a week. I'm gonna say twice a week. Wink. It's a little bit more than that, but at least twice a week. I speak to him, but I wanted to share his journey with us, a little bit of his journey with us, and the fact that he's producing an album, and he has done releasing 2 of the singles from the album. I wanted him to share that story with us and that journey, and him working with these artists that he works with. Over the years that I've known him work with artists. He might try to not do it again, but me might want to do an album sooner or later, and him probably forgot to do it for me. But
no, your thing different. Your thing is non-negotiable.
It's nice to talk to you, my brother. Nice to talk to you, man. And
it's a pleasure.
And it is, it's a pleasure and a joy to be your friend, man.
Likewise, my brother.
All right, we're gonna go out to another sister voice. All right, one of our bridging of our, real bridging. All right,
bridging.
She did a nice spin up on the one. I'm not lie to you, boy. I'm love it. More of the people hear this. Why are you up on the phone still? Stay there, sir. It's Genevieve Bailey. Yes.
Bad tune.
Oh Jesus, man! If it bad, oh my God.
We're gonna take a break right now. He is worthy. Yes, he is. Halle, 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 hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Oh, halle, 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 hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Oh, don't give up when you're under the pressure. Dry your tears, cause it won't be forever. Trust in God, keep the faith, He will help you. Call on Him, He will come to your rescue. I say yeah, I say yeah. God answers prayer. I say yeah, I say yeah now. I say yeah. He is the way. Yeah, yeah. I say yeah, I say yeah. Let's raise the praise. I say yeah, I say yeah now. I say yeah. We bless His name. Yeah, yeah. Oh, God has brought us a mighty long way now. Looking back, we can all shout glory. Let's raise our praise to the Father, cause no weapon formed against us will prosper. I say yeah, I say yeah. God answers prayer. I say yeah, I say yeah now. I say yeah. He leads the way. Yeah, yeah. I say yeah, I say yeah. I say yeah.
Boy, man, I tell you, Dr. Lingo.
No,
Jesus. Me say, tomorrow, Wednesday morning, Mr. I can't wait for tomorrow morning for really ring out the tune of the star. Because,
yeah, man.
oh my
Straight.
God. The great Genevieve Hibbert Bailey singing this song, man. I say yes, and she's the daughter of Toots Hibbert. So if you hear the little I say yeah, that's where it come from, man. From the late great Toots Hibbert, man.
Legendary.
Legendary, man. Legendary by far. The man responsible for reggae music.
Yeah.
And the truth, yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people give Bob Marley the credit, and it's okay, you know what I mean? But this man right here,
yeah, man, Toots.
You know, he's awesome, man. Once again, Dr. Delroy, thank you so much. Once again, man, thank you so much for coming on to Reggae Uninterrupted. And I know it's not just because you have a music putting out or why you make the time to come out. You would have done so even if we're talking about, you know.
Oh yes, definitely.
Some form of equipment or something, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for taking the time out, man. And
man, respect, man.
I really appreciate you once again. Thank you, Uncle Delroy. All right, bless up yourself, my brother. And
yeah,
all
man,
the best to you and the family.
I hope I didn't interrupt the uninterrupted.
No, man. No, man. The gospel have to be uninterrupted.
All right, boss. Respect, sir.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and the family, sir. I know
yeah,
we'll
man,
probably talk before then, but happy
Thanksgiving
Thanksgiving to you and the family, man.
Yep.
All right. All the best, my brother. Blessings
right,
to you, man. It is Reggae Uninterrupted, and that was Dr. Delroy Lingo. Genevieve Bailey, a song called I Say Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Live in the mix. Reggae Uninterrupted with Delroy.
The tune bad like yes, I tell you. The bad cover. Ready.
Dry your tears, cause it won't be forever. Trust in God, keep the faith, He will help.
Want to say good evening to Lady D. Want to say blessings to you. One love to you. Happy Thanksgiving, family. For those of you I'm not gonna see tomorrow or Thursday, we got some breaking news for you also. On Thursday evening, we are not gonna have the late night gospel train, but we're gonna have a Thanksgiving service. We're gonna be honoring folks that are frontline workers. during COVID-19, we're going to be honoring them on Thursday evening at about 5 o'clock. All right, about 5 o'clock, we're going to be honoring them, so you don't want to miss that, all right? Friday morning, I'm going to be live right here on GL365. We're going to have Dwayne Walters in the afternoon. And then in the late night hour, oh Jesus, we're going to have our praise jam. It's going to be the biggest, baddest, meanest. I can't even find no more words for it. It's going to be something else, man. It's going to be three the hard way. Three the hard way. And I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm looking for the promo to show you. It's going to be crazy. You don't want to miss this praise jam right here. It's a Thanksgiving edition. Count your blessings on Friday, November 27th. And I'm telling you, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, it's going to be mad, mad, mad. DJ Sid's going to do the first hour and give us some hip-hop. Some hip-hop, crazy hip-hop gospel. And then Joanne Prince B is going to come on the second hour. And she going to give us some zouk and some Afro beats. And fair mix up them. Live in the mix up stuff. You see me, I said? The energy going to be crazy. I'm going to come on later on and give you some reggae and dancehall music. And I'm telling you, man, it going to turn up. All the way up. All the way up. So you don't want to miss it, man. I want to say special thanks to our sponsors, man. CDR Creative, where ideas come to life. Want to thank Christopher Rose once again. 954-635-8131 is the number. Give him a call. He's the one responsible for making us look good. So anytime we don't look good, you give Christopher a call and tell him, say, hey, GL365 don't look good. All right, and he will fix all of that for you. Trust me when I tell you, he'll fix all of that for you, and then he'll fix yours. All right, whatever is not looking good on your side that you want to really look good, he's the man you want to talk to, man. The man called Christopher Rose at CDR Creative, where ideas come to life. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Sure, man. Big tune indeed. Let me ask you that question. Let me ask you one question. What is a yama? When them say Christmas I come, me want me yama. What was a yama again? Me don't remember what was a yama. And this brand new track that I got today, Joan Flemings, with her Christmas medley right here, man. I gotta end the program with this right here, man. It's my girl, and she gonna be here next time we meet. December 1st. And she's gonna be here with me. It's gonna be crazy. Joan Flemings, come on up. So somebody tell me, what's a yama? Christmas I come want me yama. What that? Is that a new way for say pajama or an old way for say pajama? What is it? Me yama? What was that? I don't even know why I'm asking. They just come to me right now.
It's Delroy with Reggae Uninterrupted on GL365 Radio.
Please join me tomorrow morning for another episode of the Gospel Joy Morning Show. Tomorrow, the Gospel Joy Morning Show right here, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, right here, man. Papa J said Christmas come on, is that outfit that you wear right back till New Year, from Christmas Day to New Year. That's 7 days, mama. That's 7 days. We can't wear clothes so long. Oh, Jesus. All right, we got a little under 3 minutes to go, man. Let me give some shout out to my family, all my family members that are on here. Alisa Harry, Angie Collier, Auntie Marie, I see you. Carmelita Joseph, good evening again. Diana Whiteley, I see you. Gloria Query, Mama J, Lola Das, I see you. Lola Das, Hillary Lamb, Christopher Rose, Lady D, Mr. Paul Barkley, bless up yourself. Charmaine Hamilton, Shoshana Spence, Vivian Sims, who am I missing? Gloria Query. Who did it? Who did it? Who did it? Hey. Cha. Cha 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 cha. So Joan Flemings is gonna be with us next Reggae Uninterrupted, man. So I had to give you some Christmas tonight. I mean, I have to give you some, a brand new track, brand new track coming out of meal today, and may the happy for seed. So listen, man, please join me tomorrow morning, man. God bless you. May the Lord keep you. May His face shine on you and give you peace, man. One love, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining me tonight. Enjoy the rest of your night. Don't know me, love you all the way up and so. All the way up and so. All right? All the way up and so. Blessed to you.
Sometimes you got to let them know.
We want to thank Dr. Delroy Lingo again for being our guest tonight.
Almighty, I wanted some people around here.
Thank you so very much for joining me. All right? God bless.
People send me bossy to me roll so. I just the blessing when me I make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you, God me love you. People send me bossy to me roll so. I just the blessing when me I make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you, God me love you. For your blessing make it drop on me. Make the hand 19 no stop touch on me. When the enemy a flood, you no stop back me. When them launch you attack, you a protect me. And if a devil send them come tell them buck up in a God. 10,000 angel we out and bad. Trouble God pick me and you get him mad. We double up the power like Elijah had. People send me bossy through me roll so. I just the blessing when me up make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you, God me love you. People send me bossy through me roll so. I just the blessing when me up make me a flow so. And like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you, God me love you. Power and move like Takabasaki. Word it touch up like real karate. When God a move, no talking. You feel know when we chill out, when we party. One stone alone kill Goliath. One stone alone make the place stop riot. One stone alone make the whole place quiet. Turn up the bass and give me little higher. Yeah. Hi everybody. People send me bossy to me roll so. I just the blessing when me up make me a flow so. Like a tree, me just a grow so. God me love you, God me love you.
Empowering, inspiring, entertaining. Gospel Live 365 Radio. Your station pointing souls to Christ.
This is real gospel music. All gospel. The station for the people. GL365 Radio.
Are you looking for a varied station? Today's best mixes. GL365 Radio.